Alrighty folks, we are back with another episode, another video. If you're watching on my live streaming channel, DZPalomino, if you haven't subscribed, why haven't you subscribed yet? It is super duper easy. Watching on my Twitch channel, you're watching the early access before it becomes available as a rerun on my YouTube channel. With that being said, if you're watching the rerun on my YouTube channel, welcome back. Playlist episode number 5, where we are playing Jeopardy. Now, for this episode, folks, for playlist episode number 5 of Jeopardy, we are going to be tackling the event of fashion show. Kind of switch things up a bit, see what kind of questions that we'll tackle in this particular event on the Jeopardy app. With that being said, fellas, I don't want to say too much. Let's go ahead and get started. If you want to support, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal at the bottom of your screen. Top of your screen, sponsors available, Ember, invitation code, play, win, earn, free Satoshi 24/7, mine Satoshi, mine Bitcoin, with that invitation code, or we could be virtual Bitcoin mining business partners. With that being said, let's just go ahead and play fashion show, folks. And let's go ahead and get the show on the road, shall we? Alright, folks, for the first attempt. Alright. Decent power-ups. Alrighty, folks. For round 1 of Jeopardy, the category is as follows: British fashion history, cosmetics and perfume, and British fashion. Okay. British fashion history and British fashion. Alright. We'll just play along right there. Let's go with British fashion history for 600, please. Duh. Already hitting the daily double, are we? Alright, let's go with 100. British sailors applied this to canvas to make waterproof clothes, hence their nickname. Gob, tar, wax. Nope. It is tar. Alright. Next, let's go with British fashion history for 400, please. In the 1820s, it could take a man up to 2 hours to do this properly to his cravat. Iron it, tie it, wash it. It seems like the answer kind of sticks out right there. I would say iron it, but I'm going to pass. No, it is tie it. Oof. Man, that's extensive. Alright, let's go with cosmetics and perfume for 600, please. Estee Lauder has recommended dusting some of this over your blusher. Sounds like another one that's also the answer is just right there. I'm going to pass. I believe it's powder. It is powder. Alright. Cosmetic and perfume for 400. Helios hints that applying vinegar to your nails before a manicure will make this last longer. Ooh. Your nail polish. Yes. Okay. Cosmetics and perfumes for 200. Gail Heyman has suggested using only the tip of the applicator when applying this to your lower lashes. Concealer, mascara, eyeshadow. Man, it's between mascara and eyeshadow. Mascara. Alrighty, currently sitting at second place with $500. Double Jeopardy. Here we go. And the category is as follows: Vogue's Century of Fashion, fashion history, footwear and legwear. Ooh, let's start off with footwear and legwear for 1,200, please. This is the name for the spikes on the soles of football shoes. Ooh. Spikes. Grommets, spurs, cleats. I actually don't think it's cleats, because I believe that pertains to tap dancing, but I stand corrected. Oh man, cleats it was. Really? Alright. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and go with footwear and legwear for 800, please. This type of shoe has an indolent name. A sneaker, a loafer, an Oxford. Indolent, huh? I'm gonna pass, but I think it's a loafer. It is loafer. Wow. Let's go with footwear and legwear for 400, please. This is either a short sock or a bracelet worn about an inch above your foot. A ped, a no-seam, an anklet. I'm gonna pass, but I think it's an anklet. Man. If I had $1 for every time I pass and I guessed the right question, I would be rich. Anyways, let's go with Vogue's Century of Fashion for 1200. A swimsuit by this designer in 1959 featured a large cutaway. Topless came later. Ooh. Valentina Mary Quant Rudy Gernreich. I'm going to double chance it and say Mary. It is not. Yeah. Let's see. Fashion history. Let's go for 1200. The ruffs worn by fashionable 16th century men and women were usually this color. Oof. Blue, white, green. I think it's blue. I'm gonna pass. It was wrong. White. I will wager nothing for Final Jeopardy. For unmentionables, the question, or the answer, is this. BVD made this one-piece, long-sleeved undergarment. You needn't be a teamster to wear it. Second place it is. Alrighty, attempt number 2. Wow, some pretty nice power-ups. Nice. Alright, round 1 in Jeopardy. And the category is as follows. Fashion forward, cloth and fabrics, hair care. Let's go with hair care for 600, please. 60s towering hairstyle or an insect home. An anthill, a spiderweb, a beehive. I think an anthill. I'm passing though. Nope, it's a beehive. Hair care, 400, please. Native American hairstyle. Broad pack by punk rockers and Mr. T. Ooh, a mohawk, a pompadour, a ponytail. Absolutely certain it's a mohawk. 200 for hair care, please. African American hairstyle named for continent that inspired it. The pixie, the flip, the afro. Some confidence it's the afro, but I'm not 100% certain. It is. Cloth and fabrics for 600, please. Oh, no. Too early for that. 100. Now made of hemp or jute, when worn with ashes, it's tops in mourning attire. Sackcloth, cambric, twill. Twill. No. Sackcloth. Let's go with cloth and fabrics for 400, please. This soft, slightly napped cotton fabric is popular in snuggly PJs and gray suits of the 1950s. Some confidence it's going to be flannel. I'm going to take that guess. Yes. Alrighty, folks. Double Jeopardy. And the category is as follows: parts of clothing, cloths, fashion desires. Let's go with parts of clothing for 1200, please. It's the term for the stiff pieces in the collar of a man's shirt. Stiffs, stays, boards. Well, I'm going to utilize my power outs on this one. It's between boards and stays. Stays. Okay. Alright. Let's go with parts of clothing for 800. The French style of this needs a link. A pant, a crease, a cuff. A cuff. Alright, let's go with parts of clothing for 400, please. It can be V or plunging. A vestment, a neckline, a waistline. I'm actually going to use my point protector because I am highly confident it's going to be a neckline. It is a neckline. Aced it. Well, the 1201 doesn't really count because I used 2 power-ups. Alright, let's go with cloths for 1200. This street in London's Soho lent its name to a style of mod fashions in the 1960s. Ooh. Savile Row, Carnaby Street, Oxford Street. I'm going to pass, but I think it's Oxford Street. It is not. Let's go with cloths for 800, please. One of these knit items may be cashmere, fisherman's, or leather. A hat, a sweater, a jacket. Knit. If I had to guess, it's going to be a hat. I'm going to pass. Nope. Alright, folks, Final Jeopardy. Doing really well. 3,100. Alright, for Final Jeopardy, hair and makeup. I will wager 400, please. Lancome's Effervescence and Clinique's City Cover are classified by their makers as this type of cosmetic. An eyeshadow, a foundation, a concealer. Nice. Winner. With that being said, folks, if you guys have Jeopardy on your smartphone, don't forget to join me. Become a part of the Jeopardy Musketeers. And away we go. Attempt number 3. Alright. And for the first round, the category is as follows: historical fashion, celebrity sense, menswear. Let's go with menswear for 600, please. Traditionally, the buttons on a blazer are made of this: mother of pearl, metal, plastic. Traditionally, I would like to think mother of pearl, and I'm actually going to risk it. No, it is not. Metal? I wouldn't think it's metal, ever. But alright. Alright. Let's go with celebrity sense for 600, please. Desio, a perfume from this Hispanic singer-actress, was inspired by a midnight walk in a garden after a storm. Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, Christina Aguilera. I think it's Christina, but I'm going to pass. Nope, it is Jennifer Lopez. Celebrity sense for 400, please. This singer smells like wet gardenia petals and marshmallows in her M perfume. Mandy Moore, Mariah Carey, Madonna. Don't know, but I've had to guess Mariah Carey. It is Mariah Carey. Alright, let's go with historical fashion for 600. Popularized by Franz Xavier Winterhalter's 1846 portrait of the Prince of Wales, these uniforms became an enduring children's fashion. Army fatigue, sailor suits, industrial coveralls. Ooh, I actually think it's sailor suits, but I'm not 100% certain. It is sailor suits. Historical fashion for 400. This nightwear became impractically heavy when it had to be bulletproof. Armor, a lance, heraldry. Let's see. I'm pretty certain it's armor. Yeah. It's all in the question. Alright, for Double Jeopardy, the category is as follows: 16th century fashion, blue jeans, native costumes. Let's go with blue jeans for 1200, please. In the disco era, many said, "Uh-oh, Sergio," as they squeezed into this brand of designer jeans. Sergio Valente, Sergio Aragones, Sergio Mendes. Eesh. I think it's Valente. I'm gonna pass. Yes, it's Valente. My goodness. Alright, blue jeans, 800. Well, we didn't come all this way for nothing, so I'm gonna risk it. 700 for blue jeans. Levi's first famous line, it was probably the item number Levi Strauss assigned in his wholesale catalog: 610, 510, 404. Ooh, dang, I really think it's 501. Did I say 5010? 501. And 404 pertains to a computer error code. Blue jeans for 400, please. This style that became popular in the 60s and 70s was named for the flared shape of the jeans' lower portion. Stovepipes, bell bottoms, hip huggers. I'm gonna pass, but I think it's bell bottoms. Yes, it is bell bottoms. Let's go with 16th century fashion for 1200, please. Ladies, reached new heights wearing chalk pines, which were these: shoes, hats, wigs. I like to think this is another one that's all in the verbiage. I'm going to pass, but I'm going to say shoes. Yes, it was shoes. Criminellis. Let's go with 16th century fashion for 800, please. These decorative bands were used to hold up stockings, anklets, girdles, garters. Hold up stockings. I don't think it's anklets. It's between girdles and garters to me. Yeah. For the final Jeopardy category, we have neckwear, which I will wager 100. It shares its name with a racetrack scene in My Fair Lady. Nice. Second place once again. Alrighty, folks, we're going to play one more attempt, and then we'll call it from right here. Attempt number 4, and away we go. For round 1 of Jeopardy, the category is as follows: boots, a passion for fashion, international clothing. Alright. I could probably already tell one of the answers, or in the world of Jeopardy, one of the form of question is going to be Uggs behind one of these points. I could smell it. Okay, let's go with boots for 600, please. These calf-high Eskimo boots are usually made of walrus or seal skin. Ooh, mucklucks, buskins, mush puppies. Something tells me it's mucklucks, but I'm not going to answer that one. It is mucklucks. Are you kidding me? Alright, let's go with boots for 400, please. Traditional colors for 1960s go-go boots. Black, pink, white. Oof. I think it's white. I'm going to pass. It is white. Gosh, I could have cleaned the board. Let's go with... yeah, let's finish it off. 200 for boots. Held up by suspenders, these boots and pants combo are used by fishermen. Rubberalls, coveralls, waters. Absolutely confident that it's going to be coveralls. It is not. No. Okay. Alright, rough start on that one. Let's go with international clothing for 600, please. A simple beltless dress was named for this London street known in the 60s for its mod fashions. Fleet Street, Kings Road, Carnaby Street. Carnaby Street, okay. Alright. And finally, let's go with a passion for fashion for 600, please. Lycra is a brand of this sturdy, non-rubber elastic fabric. Spandex, Gore-Tex, rayon. I think it's all in the verbiage in this one too. Spandex. Oh, it had to be spandex. Had to be. Alrighty, folks, for Double Jeopardy, the category is as follows: neckwear, Oscar Night Fashions, footwear. Let's go with footwear for 1200. It's Instapumps, featuring a device to inject carbon dioxide into a bladder, were introduced in 1994. Huh? Adidas, Puma, Reebok. I think it's Puma, but I'm going to pass. No, it is Reebok. Wow. Well, I got to utilize these power-ups, so let's go with neckwear for 1200, please. Nixon might have found one of these detachable shirts fronts tricky to wear. A Dickie, a Millhouse, and Ascot. Well, before I apply the power-ups, I would think it's Millhouse, maybe. Okay. It is not. It's going to be a Dickie. All right. Neckwear for 800, please. The Sarge will hit the wolf if you lose these. Paw prints, dog tags, canine charms. Dog tags. All right. Neckwears for 400, please. This kukui type of this Hawaiian necklace is made of candle nuts strung together. A lei, a mumu, and obi. Ugh. I am unfortunately not familiar with this verbiage, so I'm going to pass. A lei, okay. Let's go with footwear for 800. On the Roman military type of these, the laces go up the calf. Sandals, slippers, boots. Oof. I have seen some pictures, so my confidence is moderate with sandals. I'm going to pass. It is sandals. Alrighty. I'm in a pretty good spot right now. So, for the final Jeopardy, we are tackling foreign fashion. And I'm going to wager 100. An Italian's Cintura Portadenari is this type of belt. Money, snakeskin, garter. Nope, it is not snakeskin. It is money. Good. Alrighty, folks. That was a fun one. I'm going to go ahead and end it from right here. Folks, thanks for watching. And for those who watched it from start to finish, don't forget to subscribe, Twitch, and my YouTube channel. And don't forget to support if you like to support. With that being said, folks, I'm your host, DZPalomino, and I'll see you guys in the next game show.